Welcome everybody to Lillian's Vegan World. I'm your host Lillian Cumic, coming to you live from gorgeous Honolulu on Oahu. This is the show where we talk about the plant-based diet and vegan lifestyle. Every week I introduce a new guest, and today I have for the first time a beautiful lady from the gorgeous island of Maui. I would like to welcome you, the creator of the YouTube channel Kristina on Maui. Kristina Marshall, welcome to the show. Aloha.
Thank you so much. Aloha. Thank you so much, Lillian.
It's my pleasure. I'm so glad to have you on. So how's Maui going, may I ask, just off the bat, during all this COVID, these COVID challenging times? How are you doing there?
It's actually been really nice here. We've had, not many people at the beaches, and we've just been trying to enjoy ourselves. We've been able to kind of quarantine with a lot of our friends here, and we've had very low numbers of cases. So we've felt very safe, and we've been really actually loving it a lot.
That's good to hear. I'm sure you're keeping up with the news. Oahu, on the other hand, cases are rising again. So it is a bit of a, yes, a problem. Do stay safe there. I am dying to visit Maui again and get some events there. I have only been there once on my honeymoon for a very short couple of days, but it's definitely one of the most gorgeous places on the planet. So you're very, very lucky to be there.
Yes, I agree. It's heaven on earth.
Yes, it is. Well, Hawaii in general is really a slice of paradise, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, Kristina, we're here to talk about the vegan lifestyle, and I've asked you to join us on the show because you are, in fact, mother of two, which I can't believe, looking at your body and some of the gorgeous photos on your Instagram and your videos on the YouTube channel. You're a mother of two, and you are a family of four with your husband. You also are all vegan.
Yes, we are. We've all been vegan now for about 4 years.
That's amazing. So I'm just going to ask you to tell us all about it. How did you become vegan 4 years ago? And prior to that, what sort of led you into the vegan lifestyle?
Well, I had been vegetarian, my husband and I, for about 23 years. And we had raised our kids vegetarian. And I just began seeing a lot of things about the dairy industry and the egg industry. And after enough videos I saw, I just decided I couldn't support those industries anymore. So I made it a New Year's resolution almost 4 years ago, and I just transitioned. We finished up all of our cheeses and eggs and things, and over a little bit more time, over a couple of, my daughter watched What the Health, and that health aspect made her just connect in her mind. She was like, that's it. I'm gonna be vegan too, Mom. And my son and I watched a show on YouTube, I think it was called Everyday Vegan Stories. And he decided after watching that. And so now we're all vegan. And I really want to show the world how easy it is to be vegan, and how kids can be vegan and healthy and athletic and intelligent. And, that's kind of what's important to me as far as my channel goes and message to get around the world.
Absolutely. I would say that the vegan children I have met are actually even more active and more athletic than the children of the same age who are non-vegan. So, let's just completely crush that myth and misconception that vegans don't have energy, because we all know that we have, in fact, a lot more energy than probably a lot of other people. So that is so true. Kristina, I love your videos on YouTube, and it's really exciting to see the way you cook and what you feed your kids. So everyone's going to want to ask you, what do you feed a vegan child? First of all, how old are your children?
My daughter's 11 and my son is 14. And so they've never eaten meat in their entire lives.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, it makes me very happy.
I know. So do they cry at night because they've never eaten meat before? Are they missing out on anything?
No, they're actually really grossed out by it, and even by the smell. Even in pastries and things, they can smell the eggs in it. It doesn't smell good to them. So it's kind of an interesting perspective, as far as all of us. I grew up eating meat. So sometimes it actually does smell good to me. Um, and remembering like the taste of cheese on my pizza and all of that. But for them, it's a little bit different.
That's so interesting. That really is. I'm going to pull up the first photo, Kristina. So let's take a look at who we're talking about. Please introduce your wonderful family. So there's a photo of Kristina, of you and your husband and your 2 children. Would you like to tell us their names?
Yes. Okay, so my daughter's name is Kestrel, and Kestrel is a type of falcon. It's the smallest type of falcon. And my son's name is Arshea, and my husband is Christian, and I'm Kristina, of course.
Yes. What beautiful names. What does your son's name mean? Does it have a meaning?
His name came to me while I was pregnant, and I couldn't find that name. I found the meaning of the name Arshea, which was spelled a little different, which meant divine. And his nickname was intended to be Shay, which means a gift. So I just kind of made it up and put those things together, divine gift.
Wonderful. So that's awesome. You created your own name for your son. And your daughter's name, I was going to say I had no idea what that meant. So thank you for explaining. What beautiful names.
Thank you.
They just seem like awesome kids, and they have awesome names. So
thank you. They are awesome.
There's another photo that you have for us, Kristina, which is of you holding a plate of food, and it looks like your daughter has a flatbread or some sort of tortilla wrap. Your son is in the background.
Yes,
tell us a bit about that photo.
That is a tofu scramble. That is actually the thumbnail from one of my videos on how to make tofu scramble, which is one of the things we eat a lot. And we usually put it on toast, but that day we didn't have any bread, so we just had tofu scrambled tacos.
Yeah, it just goes to show how far we have come with the plant-based food, because I guarantee 20 years ago there was no such thing as tofu scrambled or vegan eggs. So there's a lot of food out there. You won't be missing the eggs or cheese if you do decide to go vegan. I do want to go back to no, not at all. I do want to go back to my question, Kristina, about what you feed your kids on a daily basis. While we have the photo of you and your son up, looking so healthy and glowing and gorgeous skin, beautiful hair, it's all a sign that you're eating the right things.
Yes, we try to eat the majority of our food whole foods. So we just eat we do tofu scramble for breakfast, avocado toast. We have oatmeal all the time. We make acai bowls at home. I make my own muesli to put on top or you can just buy granola. We have just sandwiches, wraps, tacos. We make Buddha tacos that have everything: beans, lettuce, avocado, olives, cucumbers, broccoli. We pile everything onto our tacos that's why I call them Buddha tacos. And we have pastas, soups, chilies. We basically eat all the normal food you can think of. We just don't put animal products in our food, and there's a substitution for everything. And I keep it very simple and basic. I'm not much of a fancy cook.
It sounds like you are a very well-rounded cook, to be honest. So whatever you're doing, it's working. And a good point. There are substitutes for everything. If you really must have that burger, nowadays there are plant-based burgers all over the place, and they can really fool meat lovers.
Yes.
And you wouldn't know unless you were told. So there's a lot of food out there to be had. The vegan food is moving along. Kristina, I do want to, before we go ahead, read to you some things that I think are very important, that I will quote. The first thing, it's about kids and children growing up as vegans. The first one is from the American Academy of Pediatrics. That recommend against giving cow's milk to children under a year old, and go further to say, quote unquote, there is no reason to drink cow's milk at any time in your life. It was designed for calves. It was not designed for humans, and we should all stop drinking it today. This is a quote from the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Great.
And, people, I don't hear it often, but people used to say, how can you give up milk? And that means you have to give up, cheese and shakes and ice cream and all that sort of stuff. It's like, it's such an easy thing to answer. I wouldn't eat cows or consume cow's milk the same way I wouldn't giraffe milk or monkey milk or dog milk or cat milk.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable that people, given all this information that we have access to, still can't connect quite that to the point that all animals are the same. It's just we're conditioned and brainwashed into thinking that we are allowed to exploit and have suffer, to get onto our plates. So until we make that connection, there really is, no moving ahead with the plant-based diet. But there is there is one more, Kristina, I do want to quote and read to the viewers. This is from an acclaimed pediatrician who is an author, Dr. Benjamin Spock. His book is titled Dr. Spock's Baby and Childcare. This is an excellent book for anyone out there who is, either pregnant with a child or maybe has children of their own who they might be thinking about, introducing a plant-based diet to. So Dr. Benjamin Spock, in his book, quotes, children who grow up getting their nutrition from plant foods rather than meats are less likely to develop weight problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, and some forms of cancer.
Wow. Yeah, it's true.
So, it is. There is so much evidence leading towards the plant-based diet being pretty much the best diet on the planet. So we're going to talk more after this break, Kristina, and just let that sit for a while. Please stay tuned, everyone. We're going to take a short break and be back for more of Lillian's Vegan World and Kristina on Maui.
Aloha, I'm Krista Stadler, the host of Nonprofits Mean Business 2 on ThinkTech Hawaii. Nonprofits Mean Business 2 investigates the operational challenges and costs related to managing nonprofit organizations, while encouraging our viewers to find a nonprofit organization that you're passionate about in our community. We are streamed live on ThinkTech Hawaii bi-weekly at 12 p.m. on Thursdays. Thank you so much for watching our show. We look forward to seeing you then. Mahalo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lillian's Vegan World. I'm your host, Lillian Cumic. Thank you so much for joining us today. I have my awesome guest all the way from Maui, beautiful Kristina, who is a vegan lifestyle promoter and has her own YouTube channel called Kristina on Maui that you should definitely check out. Kristina, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Just during the break, we talked briefly about what has changed to you since transitioning from being a vegetarian into a vegan. What are some of the obvious things that you found changed in your life?
Well, the biggest thing that was very beneficial was my daughter had chronic stomach pains that she would cry. She would wake up in the night crying. And it wasn't until she stopped eating dairy products that those stomach aches went away permanently. And as well as she had these chronic patches of eczema on her skin that were just always there, these patches, and those went away permanently as well. And for me, it kind of sounds gross, but I had athlete's foot my whole life. And I just thought I would always have it. I had it since I was a kid. And once I stopped eating dairy products and eggs as well, it's gone permanently. So, and that's been almost 4 years now. We haven't had any of those issues ever since. And in addition to that, just having more energy, just not feeling as tired all the time. If I ever need to take a nap, I used to take these really long marathon, like 2-hour naps. And now if I can only nap for like half an hour, I always just wake up after half an hour and I feel rejuvenated after that. And yeah, so there's a lot of positive things that go along with it.
There are, honestly. I transitioned from being a vegetarian. I also grew up as a vegetarian, so my transition was not that difficult. Again, the last thing that I gave up was cheese. That was what I was holding on to. But having gone vegan and mastering how to cook cheeses or prepare vegan cheeses, we are not missing out on anything. All you have to do is go to the supermarket aisle and check out all the vegan options, like vegan cheese in Hawaii. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So you almost don't have to make it yourself. There's just so much out there, so many wonderful products out there. But I was going to say, Kristina, that when I transitioned about 14 years ago and became fully vegan, one thing I noticed was that cellulite started to disappear. I've always maintained a healthy BMI, a healthy body weight, but the older the older I got, I had always had cellulite, not extreme cellulite, but definitely it has just kind of melted away. I don't know where it went over the years, but at my age, honestly, I sometimes think it has to do with the plant-based diet. Something's going on there. So I would be interested to know if anyone else experienced that.
I feel like, when you're vegan, you don't eat as much fat. So I just imagine the fat cells shrinking. I just picture that that's probably what happens for a lot of people when they stop eating as much fat, especially with, dairy products are pretty much all fat. So, and it's saturated fat. So
saturated fat and just horrible hormones and things going in there.
Yes.
I would love people to test out this theory of just giving up dairy for a month and see how much their body changes. Wouldn't you agree? Dairy alone, how it just clogs everything up in your body.
It does.
Once you get rid of that from your diet, you'll see significant changes both in your physical appearance and also, the way your body reacts to not having that dairy in it. Not to mention that about 30 million people in America alone are either lactose intolerant or continue eating dairy, but don't know that they are actually not able to digest it.
Yes. Oh, and that was another one, is my skin cleared up a lot. I have always had issues with acne and cystic acne. And even though I still get a little bit of it because of hormones, it's never been better than this. Yeah.
Well, you look amazing, Kristina, honestly.
Thank you.
I mean, you're a very beautiful woman, and it shows. You're glowing. I say this to most vegans I meet, and I'm not just saying this, like vegans have this glow that
Yes.
it's very obvious. It's the first thing. I can almost sit in a room and point out the vegans, and I almost always they are just because of the way they look. Yeah, there's so much good to be had on a plant-based diet. Let's take a look at the next photo, Kristina. This is of your son holding up certificates. What's going on there?
Those are some awards that he got from school, and I'm terrible. I actually can't remember what those awards were for this year. He gets a lot of awards, but I kind of just wanted to show that he's very, very bright and intelligent. You know, he's an extremely sharp mind. And I kind of just wanted to show, you know, that, you know, vegan kids are smart too. They're, you know, they're smart, they're athletic, they're happy, they don't feel deprived. So yeah, I actually wish I should have put some surfing pictures. That would have been pretty cool for him.
Well, honestly, the photo that you did show of him, he's got this six-pack going on. I mean, the child looks amazing. He really does.
He's very lean.
I know he is. He just looks so fit and so athletic and energetic. I can imagine him surfing without even seeing a picture of him. But yeah, that six-pack is definitely going to attract a few females down the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's ripped.
Yes, he is. But you know, that's another thing, Kristina. It kind of saddens me sometimes when I see really overweight children. You know, it shouldn't be that way. When children shouldn't have to, you know, be obese at such a young age. It sets you up, unfortunately, for so many, you know, illnesses along as the years go by. So really, if you have a child who might be a little bit on the overweight side, maybe get some advice, seek advice from your doctor or something, or even consider just trying to eat more plant-based, introduce more, you know, fruits and veggies into their diets, because children are so important and you want them to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy that my kids have grown up just learning about nutrition, you know, learning about what foods are healthy. I mean, and we still eat our vegan junk food sometimes. We don't eat 100% healthy all the time, you know, because we're vegan for the animals, not necessarily for health, but definitely we incorporate health into our lifestyle because those are the foods that make you feel good. Those are the foods that give you energy. Those are the foods your body are meant to have. And, you know, my kids are used to having superfood smoothies even with spinach and kale in it, you know, and I think it's a great way to live and to grow up and, you know, because you're doing right for your body, you're doing right by the animals, you're doing right for the planet. And there's just so many things involved with being vegan and having this lifestyle and raising children this way. And it really it makes my heart happy to know that my kids are going to grow up with that information because I didn't know anything about it.
That is so incredible. And it truly is a win-win situation, a win for you, a win for your health, a win for the animals, a win for the environment. I could go on and on and on. But at the end of the day, you know, we all choose our journey and how we want to live our lives and what we want to eat. But for me, it's a no-brainer to promote this lifestyle because you just feel better. And as you said, like, look at us, look at how we talk. We're happy emotionally. Like there's this, you know, people who are on a plant-based diet, would you agree that they seem to be a bit more emotionally stable, a bit more on the happy side?
I think so. I mean, I have to say, it's sad for me. I don't actually know a lot of vegans. None of my friends are vegan. I have one friend at work who became vegan, And I instantly noticed a change in him, and oh my gosh, his skin changed immediately. The glow we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know, I think it does affect your mental state, your emotional well-being, and it's because your body needs those foods to function properly. And because you're kind of not putting the sadness and suffering into your body, I think that's a huge part of it.
Absolutely. Well, Kristina, speaking of vegan food, I would like to share with the viewers today the next photo, which is of, oh, I'm sorry, that's a photo of Maui again. Looks like you're hiking or taking a walk.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
We do. We have an active lifestyle.
Beautiful. And the next one, Kristina, is of my book that is about to be released in the middle of October. It's called Hawaii, a Vegan Paradise. It's my first cookbook, and I'm so excited that it's coming out soon. There are over 120 plant-based recipes in it, and I have veganized Hawaii's favorites. So
awesome.
So while we're chatting, I'm going to give the viewers a little sneak peek of some of the recipes that are in the book. So we'll let that video play. And as you can see, there are so many things here that, you know, any vegan, non-vegan can enjoy. So something for everyone in the book.
Great. I can't wait to get it.
Thank you. Kristina, I also enjoy the odd junk food. I'll be honest. I'm not I'm not, you know, just a raw vegan or anything. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything, some traditional Hawaiian or local recipes, and then there are some that I've thrown in, just some of my favorites.
I would love to try some of your recipes.
Thanks. Yeah, so the book will be coming out in mid-October. It's published by a local publishing company, which is the biggest publishing company in Hawaii. It's Mutual Publishing, where Mutual Publishing is actually taking pre-orders, but the book will hit stores all over Hawaii in October and will be available on Amazon as well. So I do hope that you all get a copy, because it's an amazing book. I'm very proud of it, and so happy to promote the vegan lifestyle plant-based diet at the same time. Kristina, it has been an honor and an absolute pleasure having you on the show. We are going to close soon, so if you want to just give a quick message to any viewers out there, that would be awesome.
I guess I would just like everyone to know that it's actually very easy to be vegan. It's not difficult. There are a lot of basic foods you can eat, and it's delicious. The food is delicious. I've never eaten a more abundant amount of vegetables and fruits and recipes. It's actually really exciting, and you start to feel very, very good with vegan foods. And it's important to have children eating those healthy foods. So I hope that everyone will watch my channel and let me know if you like the recipes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kristina. Catch Kristina on Maui, and I'm on Lillian Vegan. See you next time. Aloha and stay safe.